Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1813, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Who portrayed the character Clyde opposite Faye Dunaway's Bonnie in the 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde? Warren Beatty. What Italian word for squid often appears on restaurant menus? Calamari. Which band is known for the songs Light My Fire and Love Her Madly? The Doors. In which country, later split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia, was media tycoon Robert Maxwell born? Czechoslovakia. How many colored stickers are there on a standard 3x3 Rubik's Cube? 54. Which British Army officer who founded the Boy Scouts was nicknamed Impisa, the no-sleep wolf, by the Matabele? Robert Baden-Powell. What role did Ron Pigpen McKernan, Keith Godchaux, and Brent Midland all share in The Grateful Dead? Keyboardists. In which horror film series does the character Michael Myers appear? Halloween. Which sedative did Florence Nightingale reportedly take during the Victorian era? Answer: bromide, potassium bromide. Mount Athos is renowned for its many monasteries belonging to which branch of Christianity? Answer: Eastern Orthodox Christianity, Greek Orthodox. What do you call a line that touches a circle at exactly one point? Tangent. What is the primary acid found in the human stomach? Hydrochloric acid. Which country has the highest per capita tea consumption in the world? Turkey. In what year was the first modern credit card, the Diners Club card, introduced? 1950. Which Roman god, son of Saturn and Ops, was the husband of Juno? Jupiter. What is the street address, number and street name of the Simpson family's house on the TV show The Simpsons? 742 Evergreen Terrace. In which U.S. state is George Washington's Mount Vernon estate located? Virginia. In Greek mythology, what substance was believed to grant immortality? Ambrosia. In which cult musical does the character Dr. Frank-N-Furter appear? The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Which country is home to the world's oldest continuously operating parliament? Iceland. In which large bay are the Belcher Islands located? Hudson Bay. About 83% of Americans purchase which popular spreadable food? Peanut butter. As of 1998, who was the most recent U.S. president to die while in office? John F. Kennedy. Which two teams played in the 1948 NCAA men's basketball championship game? Kentucky and Baylor. In which country are the Ashanti people primarily found? Ghana. Which word, borrowed from French, describes a bright cherry red color? Cerise. In the card game blackjack, what point total is considered the best possible hand? Answer 21. What does a manometer measure? Pressure, typically of a gas or other fluid. What punny phrase describes the moon when it's in its first quarter half illuminated? A two-bit moon. What city serves as the capital of Colorado? Denver. In the United States, which crop generates the most cash receipts, earns the most money? Corn. Which country in the Horn of Africa has a capital city with the same name as the country? Djibouti. Which iconic band starred in the 1967 film and television special Magical Mystery Tour? The Beatles. How often must most birds eat at least half their own body weight in food to survive? Every day. What element is the primary component of coal? Carbon. Which 1980s cartoon ended each episode with the line, "And knowing is half the battle"? G.I. Joe. Which film festival awards the Golden Lion Prize? The Venice Film Festival, Venice International Film Festival. Which instrument is credited as being first featured on the 1972 pop hit Son of My Father? Moog synthesizer. What three-letter word names the forward part of a ship, its front? Bow. What piece of protective equipment did catcher Roger Bresnahan introduce to baseball in 1907? Catcher's shin guards. Who is credited with inventing the sport of basketball? James Naismith. Which ancient civilization is the earliest known to have used dice for gambling? Sumer, ancient Mesopotamia. In the Peanuts comic strip, who served as the catcher on Charlie Brown's baseball team? Schroeder. What device did James Ritty invent in 1879 to combat employee theft? The cash register. Which Guns N' Roses single was only a minor chart hit when first released, but climbed higher after being reissued in 1988? Welcome to the Jungle. Which Italian fashion designer was murdered outside his Miami home in July 1997? Gianni Versace. Which police single peaked at number 2 on the UK singles chart when it was released in 1978? Can't Stand Losing You. During which phase of the moon are werewolves traditionally believed to transform? The full moon. Which prestigious hockey trophy is named for Frederick Arthur Stanley, a former Governor General of Canada? The Stanley Cup. Which country's national flag features an eagle devouring a serpent? Mexico. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.